in that part, but yeah. So obviously, Illinois primary didn't go great, but yeah, the more I thought about it, right? Because I think like people are like really down on, really hard on it, and like yeah, like some of like the most well-known people that are running, right? I say some, but it was probably just Kat. Right, she got shut down. But I mean, I think actually it's really not that bad. Like sincere, like when I'm like thinking about it, it's like we're in a pretty good spot still. Because I do think the main thing that stopped them was they just stole each other's progressive vote, right? Like that's the main thing that happened. Yeah, this song's maybe not great for yeah, I'm thinking about it. This song's maybe not great for stream. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, drink water. But yeah, I think that it's actually not as bad as it seems, right? Like the results, you know, the results look worse than actually when you dive deep into it. Because like if you just take the progressive vote, right, or for the people who were seen as the progressives in the races, right, had they drop out and endorse the other person, obviously, you know, not everybody's gonna drop their votes behind them, but I mean that would be an extra like month worth, right, of, or you know, however long of campaign for that person. Like you get all their resources basically. I mean, yeah, and also they drop out and endorse. Like most of them probably would switch over, I would gather. So, and like, yeah, I think like 3 races could have been decided like that, right? If we just had like one progressive to, you know, get our, throw our hat into, yeah, throw everything behind them. I don't know why I'm blanking. But yeah. And I think that's just the problem that's going to happen in bigger cities for the most part. I think New York's kind of like figured that out a little bit better, because the only one that's really like a crowd race, they're all like libs. It's so bad in New York's 12th that literally Track APAC endorsed an independent. That's how bad all the Democrats are. But yeah, I think New York's probably the only one that has gotten past that, but I think other than that, like, that's just gonna be a problem that a lot of the giant cities have, like maybe LA, Chicago. Although I think those for the most part like the only ones that have like multiple districts in them, because I know at least with Ohio, like Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati all have one district. LA's got like several, but at least it makes sense with LA. Yeah, LA might have that issue, right? But I'm just gonna look around and see if like big cities. I think Seattle has like a couple. Yeah, it seems like they have a couple. But yeah, I think that's mostly just gonna be like a unique problem to like a few places, right? So I don't think it's gonna be that bad of a setback. I think it's good for people like me who's like new to it, just to get our egos in check, right? Just help us mentally for these, like understand how hard it is to get these people elected, right? I think that's good. But yeah, I mean, and obviously the money did play a role, right? Obviously. Because also Kat did like way worse in the suburbs, I'm pretty sure, like of her district than like the other two. So yeah, like the ads did contribute a lot. And it's also very possible, yeah, those also contribute to her downfall, but yeah, it's just, I think I'm gonna focus much more on getting people politically active. Because I mean, it's just insane to me that like all the stuff's happening in the world and people still like, they just don't care, and it's just like I don't get it. I just don't understand it, man. Like, there's so much bad happening, like, and I think there's some people like, oh, it's too depressing, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, bro, like, you have to engage with the news. You can't just hide from it. If you hide from it, it's only going to get worse. So if you're like, hey, the news is too depressing, then follow the news. Because then you can fight against it and make it no longer as depressing. That's just how that works, dude. Like, if we become aware of stuff, then like the natural human instinct, like, of being aware of bad stuff, we're like, hey, we want this bad stuff to stop, you know? You don't just run away and hide from it, you know? So the more like we're aware of this stuff, like, the better it is. Like, the more likely we are to fight back against this. I mean, that's why like Gaza's flipped so drastically, right? Like Israel-Palestine flipped so drastically, and also abolishing ICE, right? People just saw these videos, and also celebrities and other people like talking about it too. So then they probably were, even those who weren't necessarily tapped in were aware of it. So yeah, like, you need to become aware of stuff for change to happen. If you want the bad stuff to go away, you need to be aware of this stuff, dude. That's not saying like just completely burn yourself out from it. Like, even me and like other people who do this for a living, like, they get doomerism, like, have a sense of doomerism every time. Well, every time, but from occasionally, every now and then. It's like, yeah, if you need to take a break, but don't just cut yourself off from all news entirely, right? Like, I think that's so bad. I mean, yeah, like, a PAC spending 20 million towards 4 House races is not good for democracy, dude. It's just not. And that was another thing of why I want people to get more politically active, because if people know the truth, then it doesn't matter how much money they throw, right? If people know the truth, then their money is worthless. And again, I think if Chicago and each of those districts went and backed one candidate, right? All backed one progressive candidate, and the one who was polling the best. I mean, who's to say, man? We might have like 1 or 2 primary victories, right? We just have to work together more, because like, honestly, how disastrous like the early voting period was for the left and Kat, I feel like honestly surprised if she did as well as she did. I know, like, you know, the internet's not real life, but still. Because yeah, I'm not even entertaining the foreign policy nonsense, because like, yeah, they're voters from Evanston, Illinois, dude. They're not gonna care about foreign policy, you know? Like, especially with China, they're not gonna care about that. Yeah, I will say it's also a terrible night for trying to fight anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. So that's great. Boy, they really just play into those conspiracy theories, don't they? It's freaking not great. Yeah, I think I definitely want to try to do that. Like, there was a video I had done I thought of before, like, of just like making it like basically how capitalism screws or messes with all of your hobbies, right? Just to hopefully help more people get engaged. And now I'm probably gonna center it more on like Holo and why capitalism honestly screws over Holo stars. that could just be a thing I do, is like how capitalism screws over this thing, right? Because I mean, like, it's crazy. It seems like a parody, but like it's just true, man. It's just because of capitalism. When you just look at it, it's like, god dang it, dude. You just can't escape it. And like, maybe I should almost make it like a series. I feel like I need to like have a better grasp and understanding of capitalism for that, but like, yeah, I think that's maybe something I could do. I should go to the library and just get the Communist Manifesto or something. Just read all the left-wing theory. Any left-wing books I can. But yeah. I mean, it's crazy how capitalism screws over the Holostars. That's nuts, man. Yeah. I do think we can get some progressive victories for sure. I mean, technically we already do have a few, right, with Mejia and New Jersey. I think there was another one, wasn't there? I'm just blanking. Why did I feel like there was someone before her? Like, not Zoran, but... Which I guess Zoran, yeah, he is a progressive victory, but... I thought there was another, like, congressperson that won. I mean, I know, like, the one more progressive congressman's daughter took over, but... I feel like there was someone else that I can't remember. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, there's, like, Frederick Haynes for Texas, right? He's, like, the main one from Texas. Yeah, Nita Lam was real close, right? Like, obviously it's not guaranteed, but it can get very close for sure. And like, I think I saw, like, just looking at that one Larkin poll, right? Oliver Larkin poll, like he's literally up like 51-34, I think, when given positive bios. So when people know about his platform, like, he will win. You just need to get the ground game, which I think is another underrated reason why Zoran won. Was like he just had insane ground game, right? And then like crazy door knocking that, again, people basically knew who Zoran was before these attack ads came in. So the attack ads just didn't work. Because either they were like looking at these objectively good things, be like, all right, cool, like, this sounds good to me, you know, or if they were telling lies, like, they were just, people just knew it was a lie. Obviously, some people still got tricked by it, right? But I think a lot of people knew who Zoran was and like what he was about before the ads came in, like attacking him. Yeah, obviously, like, congressional endorsements from the actual progressive members of Congress. So he also Warren endorsed McMurrow. It's like awesome. Like, I don't understand, like, what kind of ideology is it? It's like pseudo-progressive, like, pseudo-progressive, or like, it just doesn't make any sense of the ideology. I'm just like, what? I just don't get it. It's like, literally Abdullah Say is talking about, he wrote like a book on Medicare for All, dude. Like, he's way more qualified to be in Congress. Yeah, I think he's third somehow. It's like, that's crazy. I think McMurrow is actually winning. I feel like Abdul also needs that bump as well in that ground game. Because, yeah, I'm now thinking those pollings are actually more accurate, because I was like, I feel like they're like not, like, they're underestimating the youth vote, but yeah, the youth vote was like not that great, I think, for Cat's district, or maybe like around where it normally was, but yeah. But like, it was just me seeing like how low the 18-24-year-old, and like, I don't know, like, I a percentage also probably would have been nice of like percentage of people in that district and then how many voted, right? In that age group. But yeah, that also made me just wanna... I wanna try and make people more politically active. Like, I'm not gonna shy away. Like, there's a reason why I have the tag on it. Like, I'm not gonna shy away from talking about politics. At all. Because, like, why wouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? My whole reason for like streaming in the first place, doing content creation in the first place, is to make people smile. Like, I'm gonna do the long-term version of that too, which is like, you know, make people's lives like less stressful. Like, I want to see people's smiles on their faces like all the time, dude. I want people just to have a nice, fun life and be treated as equals. Like, it's like, why wouldn't I talk about politics then? Because that's how we change the world and change the vibes of that, right? So if I talk about this stuff, then people are actually politically engaged. So yeah, I think I will start trying to make that video. Cause like, I have so many incoherent talking points. Maybe, I mean, I think still bullet pointing and then talking's like not great. Like, I think I need to fully script it out. It's just, I guess I'll see what I put in there. Maybe I talk about like the Japanese like work cycle, right? Because they're very much on, like, I think that's more how unicorns came about. I guess I could look more into that. I mean, but like, yeah, I think it's also just rude misogyny also, right? And just women not having any autonomy. Because I mean, the US had that too in like the 40s and stuff. Like, it was the same sensation as Idol, right? Like, actors, I think anyone basically popular in the 40s, they had that same thing where they couldn't say if they were married or, you know, mention their wife or anything, or husband. So yeah, I think it might be just like a misogyny thing. If like women gaining more rights, then like that's not gonna be, you know, giving more female empowerment. But I also feel like, you know, the Idol stuff, maybe they see as female empowerment, which I feel like is also not great. So remember correctly, there was some part of Japan where like female power kicked in, but like it wasn't in like the best way. I forget what like piece of media it was, or medium. I can't remember. I remember reading about it, like the history of it, and yeah, I can't remember now. Yeah. I think I am just gonna have to have like a general background like Japan, and then like capitalism. Because I mean, like, and I will say, like, I honestly think how Hollow does everything can be fine. It's just way more, like, in a capitalist system, it's way more damaging. But like, I think if it wasn't a capitalist system, and like loneliness wasn't as big of a thing, then I think it wouldn't be that big of an issue, right? Because then I think that real and fiction thing sticks out way more. And like, even with that, like, ASCII at the beginning of her 3D Live was like a first person like date with her. Like, I feel like that's fine, and because you can then just envision yourself as an actor. That's what I did, like, when I was watching that. So I just envisioned myself as like an actor in a rom-com, basically, right? So I think, like, yeah, it's like making it so they have less, like, giving workers better working conditions, more or less hours, right? Because like they work so much, like getting rid of that like warped idea of what hard work means in Japan, right? And then yeah, also like female empowerment, and females being like, you know, confident enough to do whatever they want, right? I think if you have like those three things, then like not only does that get rid of the toxic like unicorn gachikoi mindset, but also which is good for both parties, honestly, because then the streamer doesn't have to give up their autonomy or anything, right? Or any leverage, whatever, right? Any freedoms, right? And then the person watching doesn't have a unhealthy parasocial relationship with someone, right? Because I feel like that's also pretty destructive to the person. But yeah, then that also would help the Stars boys also, because then there wouldn't be that kind of energy, right? That kind of stink, that stank of like, because like, dude, there was literally someone getting upset at Nerissa mentioning a Hollow Star, like, bro. I mean, even before that though, like, I know she liked the post of like, oh, real Hololive fans never speak ill of Hollow Stars. Like, I think it was like that. It was in that format. What is that, Pitbull, or I think it might be Pitbull or Vin Diesel, one of the two. I don't know where that's from, so it's one of those two. But yeah, like Nerissa just liked to post like that, and I saw some people really like, well, time to stop supporting her. It's like, that's insane, dude. I don't think people realize how insane that mindset is. Because I feel like also if you're a unicorn or a gachikoi, like just definitionally, if you're like, oh, I'm a unicorn or a gachikoi, but I just like don't watch them or something like that, like I feel like if you show any sort of respect, then I feel like you're not really a gachikoi or unicorn. Right? Because I know there's some people like, oh, I'm a unicorn, I just don't watch them when they do like boys streams, like, or streams with the boys or something, right? It's like, I guess, yeah, they're a more respectful unicorn, but I feel like even then though, it's just like, if you're discriminating against them based off their gender, right? Like, I think that's just whack. It's really stupid, and also like it doesn't help the boys, which then also screws over the girls, right? Like, there's a reason they never talk ill of the boys, because, well, first of all, they're adults, and then second of all, like, they would just be hurting themselves if they did that. So yeah, like minimum they're gonna do is just say nothing, right? Or I guess most, I don't know. Like, yeah, they're just not gonna say anything about them. Also, yeah, I saw like some people like under the reply of that post too, because the nurse, someone on that blew up. Some of those like drama tubers like reported on it, and then like people under the one where you said like real Hololive fans still speak ill of Hollow Stars were like, oh yeah, this is a Western mindset, like nobody watches them. And it's like, yeah, that's a problem, dude. It's like, that's not a gotcha, really. That's like. And also, like, yeah, it's because of literally what's above that, you know? Like, that is why nobody watches them. Like, it's crazy to me. I should look at, because one thing I was going to pull up as, like, an example. Let me go to Hololist. I believe they have Niji listed. Or was it a different VTubing site? It might be a different VTubing one. Yeah, because it's just Hololive. Hang on. Yeah, this is just VTubers in general though, so doesn't it happen like Niji? Let me type in Niji Sanji. I thought Hololist did have these, but I can't see the. Yeah, okay, Niji is here. Cool. God, Niji has so many people. But like with Niji, you'll see like there's a back and forth between male and female, right? I mean, I think towards the top, maybe not necessarily. God, God dang it. Like, I think towards the top, it's more female weighted, but like I feel like for the most part, it's just going back and forth. Like, it's male female, dude. And I feel like that's so much. Well, actually, yeah, the top Niji is male, female. I don't know who Kane is. Kane's male. So yeah, you got male, female, male, female, male, male, female, male, 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 female. Like, yeah, even like, it seems like it's actually mostly male, which is also crazy. Like, I know, like, basically, like, everybody in Niji EN, I think, like, every female Niji EN left, but, like, no, actually, like, they still balance back and forth, like, it's not them being a guy problem, you know, like, I guess that's my point. It's not them being a guy that's the issue. It is because of them embracing the idleness of unicorns and gachikois that's screwing the guys over. Because these are the heights they can hit, dude. Like, a male VTuber has 2.1 million subs, dude. Another one has 1.5. Another one has 1.3. Like, it's freaking crazy, dude. Yeah, like, that's what I mean, man. Because, like, if you go to Hololives, then, like, literally everybody that's listed on HoloTracker is above the highest Holostar. Every single one. Literally every single one. Like, that's not good. That's not healthy, you know? Like, it is Cover's fault, like, that they're just, that the stars are the way they are. It truly is. Because, yeah, I'll like, show it, right? So, yeah, if we go to HoloTracker, right? So, it has everybody, including Rushia and Mel. Like, everybody except people were terminated except Rushia and Mel, I believe. And then, yeah, you see here Sana's at the bottom, right? And then there's Sana right here. Sana literally has more subs than the highest Holostar, which is Roburu. And, like, I guess sub count doesn't necessarily matter too much, but, like, dude, I feel like when, like, all of them are below, it's like, that's a problem. You know, like, at what point, like, Alois still has more subs than, like, half the Holostars, and Aloe was there for like 3 weeks. Like, what do you mean, dude? This isn't a them problem. Yeah, it's like Hollow China, I think, or at least one of them. I think she's Hollow China. Yeah. I don't think all of Hollow China is here, though, which is weird. Maybe she was the only one who actually was on YouTube. That might be what it is. Oh, the rest were on Bilibili. I didn't really think about that, but I guess that makes sense. And they were China. Like, bro, Goldbull has 81,000. Like, what do you mean, dude? Goldbull has 81,000. Meanwhile, the top Holo member has 4.32 million. Like, and then before that with Gura, yeah, 4.6, and it had 4.7 at one point, but that was when she graduated. Like, that's freaking nuts, dude. Like, that's probably gonna be my thumbnail, honestly. Like, I'm probably just gonna show Marion sub count and then Goldbull sub count and be like, this is not good, actually. Or this is bad, actually, something like that. That'll probably be the thumbnail I use. Cause, like, bruh, imagine how much, like, more potential Cover has, dude. The fact that all of them are just sitting back here, like, it is crazy. Now, I don't know if, Niji did, like, group stuff. I'll maybe go and see. Like, again, I'm a newer VTuber fan, especially with Corpo, but, like, I just am curious with Niji Sanji, if I go back, if, like, they're doing stuff together, like, male and female. I mean, yeah, it seems like they're doing that, like, now. I mean, there is a lot of like the girls doing stuff with each other, and then like guys every once in a while, but like, I mean, it's still fairly common though, right? Like it's not completely taboo, right? Or like a, oh dang, there's actually a collab with the stars and live, like the boys and girls, right? Like that's a big difference. Like, dude, a one-on-one collab with the boy and a girl on the main channel, like that's crazy. Like they're just actively like together. So like I assume like even if I go oldest, like yeah, even their oldest one has like a male with them. Yeah, they've always been like this. I mean, it should make sense since like they're under the Nijisanji name, right? They don't have like another name, but like yeah, no, it's crazy. Because yeah, obviously Niji's like had a lot of controversies. It's not great. You know, it sounds like their CEO is like your typical CEO of being not great. And just only invested money. But like, the one thing I think Niji gets right and does really well is the male and female togetherness, right? There's no unicorn gachikoi. I mean, maybe some of them have that because it does seem like it's like a lot of the same people, although I'm also not even sure who's still there, but I mean, like, yeah, they're not afraid to collab with the other gender. And that's, I feel like, the biggest flaw of Hollow, for sure. I mean, yeah, I think some of them probably do, but like, I think just having this environment in the main channel, right, does a lot. Where they're just like perfectly fine collabing with the other gender. Like that, I think's great for the community. Yeah, Hollow just doesn't do that. Like, dude, this is the stuff I want Hollow to be, right? Like, this is the kind of stuff of just like on the main channel, just them doing stuff together. And like, I don't know if they're getting overworked, but I mean, there also is a ton of them, so they can like tag out all this stuff, right? But it's just like, dude, this is what I want to see from Hollow. It's just all that. Like, this is so cool, dude. And it's just like, it just doesn't happen. Because I think they like showed Salome, is that how you're saying your name? Yeah, she had like a concert, right? Like I think a solo live. I'm sure some of the guys have had solo lives. It's like, bro. Yeah, I think that literally is. It says first one-man live, but I mean, there's at least one that got one. I should see. How's her name go? I do want to like go to affiliation. Oh, can I not go by? Nah, god dang it. Oh, I know popular drinkers. Yeah, Salome. I just want to see if she has Cloud Guys, because it doesn't look like she's on the main channel, but I mean, maybe she has. I mean, she collabed like 3 flesh tubers, but Yeah, it seems like with like I say flesh tubers, but like with I guess humans, non-VTubers. Yeah, maybe she is in that group, or like with non-VTuber males, that's fine, but yeah, with the other VTuber males, maybe not. I still don't really get why you even make the distinction. No, well, she was in Newtown. Okay. Yeah, no, she doesn't care. Yeah, she was in Newtown. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, she was there for one stream, it looks like, but one stream's one stream, man. Oh yeah, and also with that male VTubers in Apex. Yeah, she doesn't care. Dude, like, I want this so bad. Why doesn't Hollow have this, dude? It's so stupid. Like, it's crazy how, like, Hollow hasn't had a controversy really in, like, what is it, like, since Mel, I guess? Even then, that was, like, a smaller controversy. So I feel like their last big controversy was Rushia, right? And even then, they basically just cleaned their hands of the situation. And yet they still have this unicorn problem. It's like, bruh, this should be the VTuber community that is the most inclusive, not the freaking guys who's had, like, so many scandals since what, Selen, basically? Or like Pomu? Like, it's crazy. Maybe before that there's some scandals of Niji I don't know of. Like, how are those guys more inclusive than Hollow? I don't get it. Insane, dude. Like, cause, and I like, just look at this, like, I just can't help but come to the conclusion, like, when you have a male and female group, right? Like, it just doesn't work. The idol stuff doesn't work. Because, yeah, this is exactly what happens, where literally all the guys are below all the girls. It's like, I mean, this is gonna happen 100 out of 100 times. Like, a million out of a million times this is gonna happen. If you run it like this. Like, what's the point of even having the guys then? Obviously, I want them to stay, right? Because, you know, I think they had similar dreams to the girls, which is also why it drives me nuts that, like, they don't do anything. Because, like, I think Gerard literally his debut, like, thanked Pecora for, like, making Gerard want to go down this path. And, like, I don't think they've gotten anything, really. They get, like, 2 performances a year. Awesome. You know, the girls are pouring in at, like, a whole fest, right? The guys get a stream segment, I guess. Cool. Like, they're just doing nothing to help the guys at all. Like, they're just going off of the whole, oh, we want numbers, and just going with that. Like, they're just running with it. And they're just not having the guys at all. Like, I think there was, I guess, like a EN, what was it, concert or something? Like, last year, because I watched it, but it's like the one concert I watched live, but like, it's just so stupid. Yeah, EN concert, that was called. Yeah, it was a 3D concert. Cool. Ugh. Yeah, it's just frustrating. Because, like, you could just have this super inclusive, wholesome community, and you just decide to go the idol route. Which then makes it so if any of your female employees bring up a guy at all, like, then freaking everything just goes crazy, like chaos ensues. That's not normal. Dude. Like, I want to have a capitalistic critique, but like, I mean, Nietzsche's right there, man, and it's just like, like, God. How can they do like abusive capitalism basically and still have like this inclusive community? Like it's crazy. Yeah, I definitely just want to make like a scripted video on that. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Yeah, I think maybe I'll use the Nietzsche thing as like a way of debunking like, oh, they're only there because they're guys. Because like, no, very clearly that's not the case at all. If you just look at Nietzsche. Like, they very clearly, like, they have a high ceiling. They're just being limited. Like, so much. I mean, like, yeah, it also seems like the most, like, sub 2 EN males are from Nietzsche. I think this one also just is a general popularity ranking. Spelled it wrong. Those are just general VTubers. Like, yeah, I think I just want to see that. Yeah, there's a lot of birthdays and anniversaries, apparently. I didn't even get to like the popularity stuff generally. Oh, okay, explore top. There it is. This is actually what I want to see. It's just never blown my eye. Hollow has like half of the top 10 most sub 2. It's just like, bro, if they can succeed in Nietzsche, they can succeed in Hollow. Like, that whole argument's stupid anyway. Also, Suisse is their third most sub 2 person. She collabs with dudes. And like kind of rejects the unicorn Gachikoi stuff. For the most part, like. Or I think she at least said I'm not gonna reciprocate it at all. Like, it's more on you if you become a unicorn and Gachikoi towards me. That's a you problem. It's just annoying. Yeah, because there's Shoto. But wasn't Shoto a part of Nietzsche? I think he was, right? I mean, this probably isn't gonna tell me, but October 2021 though, maybe not. Who's the one? Is it Kuro? I think I'm thinking of Kuro. I think he was the one who's part of Nietzsche. I think there's another one too, but I think I'm thinking of Kuro. I think Kuro still has like a lot. He might be more Twitch though. don't know if that's YouTube. Bro, Rushi is still the 63rd most sub too. Like, that's crazy. I like how it's like all categories, but it's just country. That's country, man, that category. Yeah, Twitch is, I think, her, oh yeah, obviously Iron Mouse, but I think Kuro, then it'll be up here. I think Kuro streams. Dang, Lapis is 36, that's crazy. Yeah, I think Lapis is the most followed on Twitch. Well, I think 'cause for a while there, like, Lapis would only stream like exclusively on Twitch. Like, I think Octavia does the same thing. Because his follow numbers actually could grant him up here as well. Put him up here. Yeah. I'm just seeing if Octavia's like, well, he's probably not, because I think most of the Hollow Towns, people are like, wait, they have a they have a Twitch channel. Also, I like how Pecora is actually still like up here. Pecora must have just had a period where she was streaming on Twitch. I doubt she still does it anymore. Like, that had to have been when they were just all getting yeah. Okay, I can see why Roara has gotten a lot of fans. Yeah, Ame. Yeah, Ame does seem like the one of at least Myth who would have streamed on Twitch the most. That seems accurate. Hey, there's Luca, 178. I wonder if Tom's gonna be on here then. If Luca's there. But I think Luca is more full-time VTuber, so yeah, maybe Tom's not on here. I guess I could just search. that would probably make sense. I guess, is Tom on here? Yeah, like listener VTuber? I gotta be more specific, got it. Okay, I know Tom isn't. Yeah, because I mean, Tom's not really a full-time VTuber, so that makes sense. Because I assume they're not counting them. But yeah, Luke is more full-time VTuber, so yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, like the whole argument of like them not doing well because they're guys is really stupid. They're really not doing well because of cover. Like, that's the main problem. The problem I also have is, like, I don't know if I have a good voice to, like, talk about this stuff. Like, people are gonna be like, what's this nerd talking about? Like, I don't know if people are really gonna like my voice. If I had money, honestly, I would probably just hire someone who sounds better. You know? Just, like, do voiceover. I mean, probably not. Like, that doesn't seem, like, super authentic. Right? Also, I'm sure there's some people who have, like, similar frustrations as I do. Yeah, I feel like Japan also just has, like, a problem. Well, I think it's also because of capitalism, but just, like, not critiquing, like, just feel like people just forgot what constructive criticism is, you know? Just throw that out the window. So there was, like, one clip, I didn't see it, but like, literally what Corona said during a sponsor stream was like, oh, the controls are kind of hard to, like, they're kind of unwieldy, they're kind of hard to use. And then people were like, this is a sponsor stream. It's like, okay, the game devs could use that as a critique. That make the controls unwieldy, you know, and not as hard to use. Like, I feel like, honestly, like, if I was sponsoring someone, I'd want them to give criticism, because I'm like, oh, okay, like, then I can, like, that's on the, that's like feedback right there, you know, on the fly, and it's just like, and I would like that. I do think though capitalism has screwed over like Cover and Hollow in the way of like leaks, them being so afraid of like leaking stuff, right? Because I think if that happens like at all, they get terminated, pretty much, right? Because I know Nene said like, because she leaked the Gen 5 3Ds, and she's like, oh, if I did that now, like I'd be terminated. And it's like I kind of hate them having like that super professional. Like, yes, there needs to be some sort of professionalism, but I feel like that level of professionalism is also not great. Like they should be able to like still be free a little bit, you know? They can be like goofballs, but like, and I mean, not saying that like Cover, like, I'm not even saying it's like a cover, I'm saying it's a capitalist issue. Because they're really worried about these sponsors, right? Like, I want them also to be less reliant on sponsors. Because I mean, that's why, like, how the old Hololive happened, right? They weren't reliant on sponsors at all. Or like really working with many people, right? So they didn't have to really worry about that, but now that they're working with people and having all these sponsors, like, well, we gotta be super professional now. It's just a little frustrating. Yeah, I definitely want to make that video. I just have to figure out the formatting. Because I mean, yeah, just looking at Niji's, man, I'm like, yeah, it's not even really capitalist. Like, it is just Cover themselves. They're just like I think I could on like why the idol industry is like not great, right? And how it like capitalizes off of people's loneliness, and how like the Oshikatsu whole shtick, like it's not an accident that all of a sudden there's like, this is how we're gonna fix our economy. Because they've exploited their workers like so much at this point. They're like, well, I guess now we're gonna have to exploit their loneliness. They're just keep going, dude. Like, yeah, that's my thing with Oshikatsu. Like, if I'm critiquing that, that's more critiquing capitalism and it preying off of people's loneliness, right? Because again, I think if we didn't live in a capitalist society, I honestly would not care too much. Like, I think it's fine. Like, even with like Aski's doing with like date at the beginning for 3 Light, like I always bring that up, but I just feel like it's a good one to bring up. But like, I feel like it would be perfectly fine if like we didn't have a loneliness problem. And people were able to tell real from fiction and stuff like that. But yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I think also like with Monster's decision, like that's just not a thing that happens in Niji either, where there's like, yep, I'm gonna stop collabing with dudes. It's like, wait, what? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Also, I think literally her last collab is with someone from Niji. I don't know what's so special about it. I'm sure there's some history to it, but because I know like in that, like when she was just describing why she was not doing it anymore, she also was like, oh, it's like someone super special. I don't know if it was like the first dude like she collabed with or something, but yeah, I don't really know the significance there. Just sucks, man. Yeah, I definitely won't make that video, but yeah, maybe I'll just criticize the Oshikatsu stuff from the lens of capitalism, or as a socialist, I guess, critiquing it. Because, like, yeah, I definitely can see a market of people like RP and, you know, the way, like, Lammy does with her chat and stuff like that. Like, I definitely can see a market for that, for sure. It also helps that Lammy wasn't insane like Rushia. You know, that probably helps a little bit. Well, I mean, there's some ways I'm like, this girl's insane, honestly. Lammy is one of those that, like, unironically, I feel like she is one of the scariest ones. Just like the stuff that she really just says, I'm like, what? It's like, oh, okay. I mean, Crony is probably the scariest just because of the fact that she's a boxer. I mean, like, yeah, obviously, like, being physically imposing. I mean, Lemmy also doesn't he like work out, so like, yeah, she also. I don't know if she's working on the muscle way. I know there are songs about her like working out her muscles, but I don't know how strong she actually is. Yeah. I mean, yeah, also the fact that like literally the top YouTuber Niji also disproves that even more of like the stars failing because they're dudes. It's like, no, man. top Niji VTuber literally is a dude. Yeah, nope. That's just not correct. I'm curious though if there's just like less female, like, because a lot of them are trying to play into that too, right? Having like a larger female audience with idol stuff as well. And it's like, part of me wonders if that's also just a smaller subsection, right? I'm sure way more like males watch YouTube than, well, I don't know about in general, like YouTube in general, but like probably in this like area, it would probably be more likely dudes. So I don't know. Yeah, I just have to figure out how I want to format it. I keep saying that, but because I feel like I gotta get into like capitalist critique or socialist critique. The critique through a lens of socialism. I don't know how to phrase it. Yeah, I think that would be good. I just want that in there somewhere so people like actually pay attention to politics. Because that's also like kind of a part of it also, I want to play in it. It's just, yeah, I also don't know how I'm gonna edit it is also another thing. I might just have like background stuff in the background. Or just big text as I'm saying it. I mean, there'll be some visuals, but yeah. I will probably just have like record their streams because I was thinking of like putting up clips, but I'm like, wait, they're gonna have the subtitles. There'll be subtitles on those clips. So I'm like gonna draw it away. Like I'm probably just gonna have it like very blurred. Or maybe not even like super blurred, but I mean, yeah, them just be under the same name like just helped out a lot with DG. I didn't even know Kazuna I could speak Chinese. That's crazy. And you might be interested to even include Sora. That's crazy. Oh, this actually has like their like feet and inches height. That's nice. Include that because yeah, I have no idea on a lot. Be honest. That's really neat. How tall was Coco? Because I know she's like way taller and like actually not that tall, but Coco is supposed to be 5'11". Yeah, okay. Yeah. It is funny how like, especially with the holo talents, like how close their PLs are with their actual accounts. I think for the newer ones, like it's not as much the case, but I mean, yeah, a lot of them. Wait, I guess they're not even necessarily close, but they are like really high, you know, as an indie. That's also true. I think I should also probably make clear that, like, yeah, I'm not saying like cover is restricting them, right? Because obviously they're not, because Aki would be doing what she's doing. Or Toe or Botan, right? Like they wouldn't have the chance to do this stuff if cover didn't want them to. I just think it's just more of like a, I don't know why they let this foster this like stank just to permeate through the air. It's just not good for them. Yeah. I've repeated myself a lot, and I think that is probably a sign of it's about time for me to end it. So let's do that probably. Yeah. So. Well, I think because like I have like 3 parts in my head, right? Of like that critique, the Niji like hollowed, like looking at the subcount, comparing them. What was the third one? Dude. I guess yeah, just them letting that just stay around. Well, and all the other weird stuff that like, because like they've been very contradictory towards it as well. Because according to like Nene's testimony at one point, like they just hid them from the Hollow Stars, even though there's also like a rule that like they're fine with them dating, like the talents dating each other. It's also like, I don't know why you would protect them, that like hide them from each other then if that's the case, unless it's a new and updated policy. But like it just seems very contradictory, and that's usually not a great sign, right? You kind of need to be consistent. Generally, it's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you when Friday. Probably, hopefully, shoot for more Lego Batman, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll see you then. So goodbye.